Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new DC Multiverse by McFarlane Toys, not Mattel, not DC Collectibles, McFarlane Toys, Batman the Animated Series Batman. The animated Batman series, the original one, is one of my favorite things of all time. Only maybe second to probably Beast Wars. And I love it, and I think almost anybody who watched it loved it. And we all want collectibles from it. And so far, we haven't quite gotten what we paid for, value-wise. McFarlane released this, or at least showed this, and everybody got excited. Hey, this might be cool. Turns out, it's only kinda cool, but mostly garbage. So, let's go ahead and get off the stand and take a closer look. Alrighty, this guy stands just about 18 centimeters to the top of his head, not counting his ears, which makes him pretty close to, let's say, 7¼ inches. And at first glance, I kind of want to like this thing, even though it's ridiculously inaccurate. But then I look at it and I just can't. It's so ridiculously inaccurate. And I know what you're going to say. The animated series was highly stylized. Yes. But they did us a big favor, and they were like, here, that's what it looked like. And then they gave us this. That's not what that looks like. It's not the same thing. It's not even close to the same thing. It's not even remotely close to the same thing. It's not even the same thing as the New Adventures version of Batman, though it has more similarities to that than it does this. It's not anywhere near what it's supposed to be. And so here's my question. They said that they're making the animated series Batman. It even says right here, from 1992, animated series. But it's clearly not. It's clearly an entirely separate thing. So why not just advertise it as such? If it's supposed to be that, it's wrong. If it's supposed to be whatever this is, then it can't be wrong. It is what it is. But it's that. It's not. I don't understand what they're doing. This is not what he looks like. Ever. Anywhere. This looks like some kind of Cartoon Network bastardization of animation that they're doing nowadays. Like Teen Titans Go version of Batman. I don't understand what this is. It's kind of cool in its own right. Why can't it be what it's supposed to be, though? Aesthetically, it's not even close. Look how big his upper body is compared to his legs. His legs have no legs to them. There's nothing there. The upper body he's built like a giant gorilla. It's huge. It's so weird. And even the little details are wrong. That's not what his belt looked like in that show. His head's not even close. His eyes aren't even close. His arms are S-shaped. Look at the shape of his arms. And don't say it's because of the stylization. Look at there. Look on the screen. That's not what he looked like, ever. We'll get to the articulation, but his arms are S-shaped. It's just so weird. As far as technical things, I really like that they made the chest logo a separate piece. That way they didn't have to worry about paint as much. That's cool, but I don't know if you can tell, but mine looks like it's not molded properly right here. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look like it. It's not. It's not molded properly. It looks like somebody tried to pry it off or something, so that kind of blows. I really like that they did the blue on the cape, on the inside at least. It looks pretty good, but there's no blue on the outside. He had blue on all of his black. Yet, it's not there on the figure. It's only on the inside of the cape. So it's like we can get away with it if we don't do it right. But no, you can't, because you didn't do it right. So, it's like not any one version of Batman. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's very freaking weird. Aesthetically, I'm going to give it only a 5. It doesn't look like what it's supposed to. It looks pretty weird. I kind of personally like it, but my personal preference has nothing to do with a review. Objectively, it looks really, really weird. It's not well balanced design-wise. It doesn't match the source material. It's all kinds of wrong. Accessory wise, we have the 2 fist hands that come on him in the package. Then we have 2 trigger finger hands, which, you know, are for all the times he's not holding a gun. Ever holding a gun. I know because he comes with his grapnel gun, which requires an entirely different type of hand to hold. And then we also have this stupidly fat, poorly sculpted batarang, which I guess you could use in a trigger finger hand, kind of. So, what the heck? Why does he have trigger finger hands? And then we do get the trading card, which just reminds us of how inaccurate it is. And we get a little display stand, which is only barely helpful. And we'll get to the articulation now. So accessory-wise, 5 out of 10. No, 4 out of 10. Lousy accessories. Lousy. Trigger finger hands on Batman. And no gun. Like, not even a grapnel gun, not even a stun gun. Just trigger finger hands for no gun. Ridiculousness. Okay, as far as the articulation goes, the head can lean up a little bit. Can lean down a little bit. That is it. Leaning, kind of, but it just flexes back mostly. You get like a tiny bit of range. You're mostly just going to be able to rotate it, but because of the way it's sculpted, it doesn't stay. Or at least mine doesn't stay. It barely holds it. Right now, it's even moving a little bit, trying to pull itself back. You see it fighting me? I don't know what they did, but it's not good. The cape does come over the shoulders. It looks cool, but you can raise the arm a little bit. God, look how weird that looks with the cape up there and the arm down here. This looks like some kind of growth coming out of the side of his torso. That's so... And then look at the shape of the arm again. That's the bicep. Bicep's facing the right direction, so we'll get to that now, actually. So the arms don't wiggle around like they're supposed to. This one does a little bit. See how the inside part moves? That little cap. This one won't do it. But even still, like, you have no use for it. You can't really do anything with the arms anyway. Look at the shape of his arm. Holy crap. How? How did somebody that makes toys for a living do that? There's the bicep lump on the shoulder. Look at where the elbow is. Look what happens when you bend the elbow. It bends the arm in. You cannot have his arm go forward without rotating it out like this and having his bicep face the wrong direction. How does someone do that? Also, look at his elbow. Look. Look at this. How? It's insultingly bad. We had to pay for this, guys. This isn't food. This isn't stuff we need. We chose to buy this stuff and they make it crappy. And people are out there defending this is garbage. We shouldn't be giving them money for this. They should have to not make their money and make a better product or stop making product. Ball hinge wrists are okay. Diaphragm joint doesn't lean forward at all, leans back just a tiny bit, barely leans side to side, it rotates a little bit. Lower abdominal joint is a single ball peg, it leans around a little bit, rotates a little bit. I mean, it rotates all the way, so that's fine. For the hips, they're really floppy. They can't support the weight of his gorilla body at all. Very floppy. They go out to this side all the way pretty much, so good range, but very floppy. Going forward, almost no range. Going back, a lot more range. There's a little bit of a thigh swivel technically on the ball peg, but almost none. Like virtually none. Double jointed knees are fine, I guess. They're okay. Kind of disjointed, but they're okay. There's no boot swivel. Decent range out of the ball hinge for the ankle. There is a toe hinge, obviously. It's very floppy, though. Ankles are okay. Yeah, and that's it. So the articulation on this guy is garbage. The hips are okay, but they're loose. Everything else sucks, except for the ankles and wrists, I guess. So 4 out of 10. Why are the arms not aligned? Why is the elbow at almost a 45-degree difference from the bicep? Why, when you bend his arm forward, does it go to the side? How is this? I'm honestly baffled by this. It's garbage. It's terrible. Final verdict. Don't buy it. I know it's animated Batman. I know there's nostalgia. It's not good. Those bad ones that broke all the time, those original animated, not original, but the animated ones from DC Collectibles, those had problems. Far better to this. Far better than this. No matter what problems they had, this is not even the right Batman. This is not anything. It's not anything, and it's not made well, so what's the point? If it was made well, I'd be all for it. I don't care if it's not accurate, because it's just something to add to the collection that's unique and cool. It sucks that it's not accurate, but it's still kind of cool. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's not even made well. He's sculpted like he's on that American Dad show with the guy with the big chin and the totally inaccurate, like it just doesn't look like anything. It's made terribly, it doesn't look good. What's the point? So 4 out of 10. Don't buy it. Don't give them money. Don't reward them for making crap. The more we do it, the more crap we get. If we don't stop buying crap, they're gonna keep making crap. It's the only way to get better action figures from these companies. Don't buy them when they're bad. That's it. It's the only way. It's the only thing they care about is making money. If they're gonna make money anyway, they don't have to make good figures. If they only make money on good figures, guess what they're gonna make? Good figures. Alright guys, that's it. I'm done. Thanks for watching. Keep collecting.